Hey, hey, y'all. I sometimes get so excited when I hear my theme song that I start, you don't get to see all the boogie in the background. I get all the boogie. So I'm so excited to be with you tonight for this episode of Growth Groove with Dr. Erica. This is the last Growth Groove of the year because guess what? I am doing a little self care break and I'm not going to be on next Tuesday. So this is the last one for the year. But you can always find me in replays or on the podcast. So let's go ahead and get to this. So I'm so excited to be here today for you. Apparently, just excuse the fact that I'm clicked all over the place. So let's talk about what we're even going to be here for today. We're going to be here talking about 5 secrets to beat holiday stress. Yes, I said it. 5 secrets to beat holiday stress. Why are we talking about holiday stress? Well, Christmas is this week. Then we have New Year's. Just came off of Hanukkah. Got Kwanzaa. There's just holiday, holiday, holiday. And with these holidays, for some people, they are happy. For some people, they're sad. And for some people, it's just a little stressful. So we're going to talk about it, how to beat this holiday stress so that we can change the narrative of holidays from this rush, 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 busy, 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 hard to meet expectations, totally exhausted, can't wait till it's all over situation to turn them into something that hopefully will be a little bit more pleasant for you. Let me give you a couple things off the top. The first thing is thank you so much for tuning in. If you are watching this right now, guess what? If you know someone that needs this, please tag them. Little button at the bottom, hit tag. If you also know someone that needs this, just hit the button on the bottom, hit share, just tag share. The last thing, if you're watching it later and not watching it live, don't even worry about it. Just take hashtag replay in the comments and let me know you were here. Deal? So as you come in, just let me know what's going on with your holiday. How are you feeling about the upcoming holidays? Because regardless of religion, a lot of people are going to have some time off, and the new year is the new year period. So let's go ahead and get this cracking. Well, the first thing is we're talking about this because there are some myths that they tell you. The myth is that this is all joy, gumdrops, and happiness. This is all gingerbread men and candy canes. Santa Claus saves everything. And the reality is number one, that this is a season that can trigger people to remember loss. The next thing is there's a lot of pressure to do all of these things, buy all these things, do all these things, and that can get exhausting. And then just meeting the expectations because people sometimes have this view of what these holidays are supposed to look like, which doesn't always match what's going on. And especially because we're in this time of this pandemic, the other thing is we are trying to social distance because we have lovely Omicron out there, also known as Amarion. We got variants out there, variants on variants on variants. We're also dealing with people who have had some financial consequences of the pandemic, along with financial consequences of adulting. People have health concerns, some related to the pandemic, some not. We'll just say there's a lot going on. So, shall we get to it? I think we should go ahead and get to it. So, the first tip, and I'm going to take my lovely bracelet. Dr. Jada gave me this. I love it. But I tend to click things with it, and I don't want to do that in your ear. So the first tip we're going to talk about is you don't have to do all the things. Say it with me. You don't have to do all the things. You don't have to do everything. Sometimes this expectation to be everywhere, do everything, prepare every food, see every piece of family, call every piece of family, get gifts for everybody and their mama. It just ends up being too much. Sometimes it's too much. So you don't have to do all the things. Sometimes that's almost like gaslighting, that you have to do all the things, that to do the holidays you have to do all the things. You get to choose. You're in charge. And I want you to remember that you have power. You don't have to just do what you think folks want or what you think is what you're supposed to do. The next thing is you get to feel your emotions. Your emotions are your emotions. I can't sit here and honestly, and I'm a double board certified psychiatrist. I can't sit here and tell you automatically that you have to feel excited and happy and gleeful. I just happen to be one of those people that really loves Christmas. I super love Christmas. But there are a lot of people out there that don't, that this is a difficult time. Either they just don't like the hustle and bustle. They have a lot of stresses going on. So the stress is overwhelming them. Or they've had losses and this is a time for grief. But there are numerous reasons people have emotions that may not be joy. And there may be people that even have multiple emotions, like they kind of enjoy the holidays, but they're stressed out about everything going on, everything that they need to do, or even balancing how to manage the fact that we've had the emergence of another variant on top of these holidays. So it's okay to have your emotions. I'm sitting here right now as Dr. Erica, Harvard trained, double board certified psychiatrist, and integrative lifestyle coach that's on a mission to help you be better, do better, and live better. And I'm here to put you back in your life. I'm here as that Dr. Erica telling you that you get to have your emotions. I am validating your emotions right now. All of your emotions, just consider them check validated. All right, y'all. Okay. The next one is in the midst of the holiday season, practice gratitude. Now you don't have to be grateful about the holidays. I'm not going to tell you what to be gratitude about. That would be controlling. But to practice some gratitude. The reason to practice gratitude is number one, it is literally a catalyst for positive energy. It helps attract more positive energy. It helps you feel more positive, and it's harder for positive, negative energy to occupy the same place. So when you're in a space of gratitude and reflection, even if it's something as little, we talked about it sometimes, is you're in a rough spot and the biggest thing you be grateful for is you woke up or you have a place to live. It's okay if that's all you got, but just that practice will help decrease your stress level. The next one is big. Get some sleep. Just because we're in holiday season doesn't mean you have to be up all night. Doesn't mean you don't have to be binge watching. You don't have to be all up in the Hallmark all night. You don't have to get together with everybody all night. You don't have to stay up all night. You don't have to be watching the IG all night. Is that get some sleep. Your body heals itself physically, emotionally, and spiritually when you sleep. So your body's going to function better with sleep. The next thing is that also will probably help your metabolism a little bit. So no matter what you're eating, sleep is going to help you. Number one, it's also going to, well, I guess we're on like number 3 or 4. It's also going to help give you some more energy, which is going to help you make it through the holiday. Even if you are couch surfing for your holiday, you want to be able to do it with energy and enjoy your couch and be present on your couch. Okay. Number 5, remember it doesn't have to be perfect. I need you to say that with me while I scratch my ear. Remember that it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't. So take some of that stress off your shoulders of all that expectations of thinking that you have to create the perfect holiday season. You don't have to have the perfect dress, the perfect shoes, the perfect gifts, the perfect itinerary, the perfect food. You don't have to have all those things because you know what? The holiday season, like every day, is about connection, quality time, and meaningful relationships, not necessarily things, money, and possessions. So sometimes we get caught up in all of the shininess, the sparkliness, and all the things that come around the holidays. And I want to encourage you, some ways to decrease stress is to not stress about all those things. Take it back and be simple. One of my biggest COVID epiphanies and understandings for myself is how simple I am and how very simple things make me happy. And I'd encourage you to kind of go back to that, is that sometimes all of this big stuff and all this rushing, all this hubbub and all of this expectation is exhausting, and kind of go back to the fact that these times are for restoration and connection. And if you shift and those are the goals, then a lot of the stress will go by because then you're not worried about all these other things. All right, y'all. So thank you so much for coming again. If you are feeling like someone you know needs this, please tag them. You can also share. Sharing is caring. The last thing is, if you're watching it later, put hashtag replay. Feel free to put comments in there. Even if it's not live, I will get back to them. Can you do that for me? Do you? All right, we're going to do a quick recap and get you out. So we're talking about 5 secrets to beat holiday stress. The first one is you don't have to do all the things. Don't stress yourself out about all the things. Nobody said you have to do all the things. So don't do all the things. Slow it down. You get to feel your emotions. It's okay if you are not brimming with joy. It's okay if you're a little sad or you're grieving. It's okay if you're a little anxious. It's okay if you're feeling more than one emotion. The standard isn't that you have to be filled with joy, because it's stressful if you're worried about the fact that because you aren't bouncing off the walls happy, that something's wrong with you. Practice gratitude. It will help you have positive energy to help just have that together to make your holiday season better. So the more positive energy you have, the better you're going to feel. The next is get some sleep. You still need some structure. You still need some sleep. Your body still needs to be able to get some rest. This will help you have more energy and mental clarity to actually enjoy and be present for your holiday, even if it's from the couch. Number five is remember it doesn't have to be perfect. Quit putting all this pressure on yourself. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's about enjoying or doing whatever your purpose. If your purpose of your holiday season is restoration, it's about restoration. It's about spending time with loved ones, and it's about spending time with loved ones. But it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to be everywhere. You don't have to have everything perfect. It doesn't have to be the most intricate meal. It doesn't have to be having all the perfect clothes and all the perfect things. So release yourself from that stress. And the bonus is the holidays are about connection and restoration, not money and things. So if we can make it a little bit simpler, come back to basics, then that will take some of that expectation and stress off of you. So thanks again for coming. I'm so excited and happy that you chose to spend your evening with me for the last Growth Groove with Dr. Erica for 2021. We will be back in 2022, so I'll be excited to bring some new content for you. Thanks again for coming. Again, I am your host, Dr. Erica, Harvard trained double board psychiatrist and integrative lifestyle coach. I am on a mission to help you be better, do better, and live better. I do that through my adult telepsychiatry, my books, including Fix Your Fairy Tale, A Woman's Guide to a Great Life, Love, and Legacy, my speaking, and my podcast, Better with Dr. Erica, that is scrolling down there. I do all of that to help busy people like you that give and give and give to give to yourself. I'm here to help put you back in your life. So you see below, you can catch the podcast at betterthepodcast.com or on any major podcast platform. I would love if you check it out. Also, if you enjoy it, please rate and review and follow and subscribe. I had a new episode come out today. Free, I can't talk today, featuring Dr. Charlotte Accor. You will love it. We are talking about eye health and pivots and mindset. You're going to love all of it. And sometimes we don't even think about what's going on with our eyes. So you're going to want to catch all of that, like literally all of it. You're going to want to catch it. In the meantime, you can always feel free to binge listen to some past episodes, and the podcast will still keep coming. So we'll have, even though there will be no Growth Groove on Tuesday, a new podcast episode will drop on Tuesday. So I want to first say I love all of you. I want to give you all lots of positive energy. You get positive energy. You get positive vibes. Spirit fingers for hugs. You can't feel it, but one arm here on the left, one arm on the right. Squeeze. You deserve hugs. You deserve love. Make sure you call at least one person and tell them that you love them. I bet they will tell you too. Please be sure to check out the podcast. Remember that Better with Dr. Erica will still be around. Podcast is still around, but Growth Groove with Dr. Erica is taking a week off. So I will be back in the new year, sending you love, positive energy, and thanks again for coming.